Today it is time to rebuild Everton. Of course it is. A club that has won the title in the top division of England multiple times and now is expected by many people to actually go down into the championship. We have to avoid that from happening because even though I'm a Liverpool fan, I want the Merseyside derby still to be alive within the Premier League. I don't want to miss the blue side of Liverpool. That is just how it is. Even though we're rivals, the city, both sides kind of look out for each other, isn't it? So let's go ahead and dive into this rebuild, help out this Everton squad, build an incredible team that can get back to the top of Premier League football and qualify for European competitions as well. And by the way, if you're wondering, why are you sat in a really odd white room? Well, I am currently in Netherlands and I'm recording this in the shop of my parents. Nice. So this right now is the squad of Everton with Dominic Calvert-Lewin still up top. In reality, he's the one that Everton is playing, but generally speaking, Danjuma and Beto are great, if not amazing options for that position in FC24. Now, the top goal scorers for Everton in real life at the moment are the likes of Doucouré, who's a midfielder, and then also Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They both have 3 goals so far, and that is a big letdown. This squad definitely needs more goals within this team to be able to survive this season, but generally speaking, you have some top players in here. The likes of Dwight McNeil, a very underrated player in my opinion, alongside Ghana, and then also Onana, who personally speaking is someone I really like in that CDM position. A very top talent who used to play at Hamburger SV if I'm not mistaken. Then you have Harrison from Leeds United, Ashley Young still somehow playing Premier League football at the sweet tender age of 37. Tarkowski and Branthwaite, a very decent partnership. Branthwaite, someone I followed at PSV Eindhoven last year. I really liked him. I thought he was amazing and I thought he was going to be a big player in the future. So hopefully, he can continue to do well and establish himself as a Premier League player. Mikolenko, a decent left back for sure, still on the younger side. And then you have Pickford, of course, holding it down for as long as possible. We're going to keep him in this squad as an important player. Going down to the bench, again, as I said before, Danjuma and Beto are really good options, but obviously you can only play one striker. The Everton side currently is only playing that one striker formation. We don't necessarily have 2 strikers in here. So I'm personally thinking, just for the sake of the video, we could go ahead and play 2 strikers in here, especially Danjuma and Beto together instead of Calvert-Lewin. I personally don't really have too much faith in him ever popping off the way he did back in the day, before some of his injuries, of course, which held him back. So he could be a great backup player for us. And then we have Chermiti, who's a top talent coming in from Sporting. Gueye is still here. You have Patterson, who definitely could be taken over from the likes of Ashley Young very soon. And then going down even further, you have some legends like Coleman, of course, and Dele Alli returning from Besiktas, I believe. And also Andre Gomes, which is quite big considering this guy at one point was one of the highest potential players in FIFA. Yes, he used to have like 88 potential, and now not so much, of course. He's gotten to the age of 29, possibly 30 in real life already. So yeah, man, time freaking flies. Now, the budget for this Everton side is going to be about 37 million. I still believe that we can make a couple of sales and push that above 50. So I decided to switch across to a 4-4-2 formation to play all the players I would like to have in here. And I've also sold a couple of lads already. Let me show you who has left the club. We have let go of a bunch of youngsters on loan because I have plans for them in the future. Garner can come back in once Doucouré is too old next season, possibly. Patterson, same with Ashley Young in his position. Chermiti can come in as a great backup to us, for us in the next 2 years. He's going to be playing for Girona. Gueye is gone and Keane is gone. That puts our budget back up towards the 48 million. And that will probably be spent on a very important position right now. As much as I plan with Jarrett Branthwaite in the future, this one is important right now. I need to upgrade the defense. We need to stop conceding as many goals and have it locked down so we can move forward and get a lot more things done. So for that reason, I am bringing in from Nice, a team that is doing extremely well in France right now, Jean-Claire Todibo. He is the centre-back who I think is or has been ready for a big move for a long time. Now, he's going to come in and play alongside Tarkowski, which means Branthwaite is going to be someone I'm going to use in the future. I am fully building upon this guy, don't worry, but we are going to be bringing in Todibo for now to really secure up that defense, give time to players like Branthwaite and all the others that we have loaned out to come back to Everton as better players later on. But until then, older players like Tarkowski, Doucouré, all these guys can do their job. So hopefully it will all be going well and we can survive for one season, especially having 2 strikers now. I assume the team is going to be scoring a lot more goals, but generally speaking, what kind of goal can we realistically set ourselves here? I would say maybe like 12th position would be a very good thing to see here for this Everton side, because clearly we are lacking in terms of strength in many positions, and we have somewhat of an older squad with a bunch of players in here as well. And on top of that, a couple of the players that we have in here who are in the starting 11 are only loaned in. Danjuma is only on loan, and also Harrison is only on loan, which means alongside the older players that we need to replace later on, also the loaned in players will be leaving spots open to fix. So season 2 is going to be very important. Also, let me know in the comments down below, how do you feel about this Everton side? Do you actually believe there is a chance of this team going down? I personally really genuinely hope they don't. That's why I'm doing this rebuild as well, because I want to, you know, jump in here and realize for myself the team is maybe good enough. They are not going to go down. I don't want the Merseyside derby to disappear for at least 1 year. So hopefully they can get it together. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. The season has come to an end and we are looking at Everton in the 9th position, way higher than I expected, which is already a great achievement considering some of the older players have come crashing down in their stats. I'll show you. But getting 9th with 66 points and just being 3 points away from the top 6 is very impressive, and it gives me a lot of hope considering what we could achieve in the future. Aston Villa have won the league title. What? How did that happen? Anyways, GG's I guess. But let's go ahead and take a look into the squad right now. So, Beto, one of the essential players moving forward in this career mode for sure, has gone up to an 83 rating. He's a 6'4" tall, extremely strong striker who definitely could play up top by himself. So once Danjuma's loan ends, I'm very open to playing Beto up top by himself as the target man and having Calvert-Lewin as his backup. And Danjuma going would mean that we would switch over to a formation that includes a centre-attacking midfielder as well, which is a position that this team doesn't have right now. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, Harrison is going to leave us. He's up to a 77, not much growth. But Dwight McNeil, a lot of growth, and that's what I want to see. He's the set-piece taker of this team. He's still a youngster that has loads in him to really take this team to the next level. Onana has done a great job in the CDM position on an 80. Doucouré, as I mentioned before, I'm very open to replacing him with the likes of Ghana or even other players moving forward. But yeah, Harrison, Doucouré, and also Tarkowski are question marks for the next season. And Coleman, as you can see right here, has dropped down to a 71. Ashley Young has dropped to a 70. A bunch of these players obviously not ideal for the future, but then others like Godfrey have gone up, showcasing that they should be remaining part of this squad moving forward, even if it is as just a backup. So the positioning of the team, the growth of certain players, and the downfall of some others, all things that we need to consider, while Danjuma has been getting the top goal scoring position with 15 and 4. Beto has the same amount of goals with just 1 assist. Dwight McNeil, +5 overall, 10 and 10. In a Premier League season when you only get 9th, that is very impressive to me. Doucouré, just like real life, one of the top scoring players of this Everton side. Neil Maupay could be coming back next season, so we got to look at him. Dele Alli with 5 goals and 3 assists in 17 games. That's actually very impressive. And then going down the list, Branthwaite on a 76 now, coming back next season. Patterson on a 75, coming back as well. And then Chermiti has gone up to a 74. He could be a great backup, but then again, we have to look at that situation due to having Calvert-Lewin as the backup if we go to a one-striker formation. But overall, an incredible season for sure. Going into the new season, I have a couple of ideas that I want to share with you. Well, let's take a look at them. First of all, I'm gonna let go of the likes of Tarkowski and also Dokore. Those two players are decent, but both of them 31 years old, and I'm trying to build the future of Everton right here, and I have an amazing plan. I'm going to put Dele Alli into that cam position. He's 28 years old and he goes up by +2 in the cam spot. So he would technically be a 77 rated player. Before I go out and buy a player into that position, I'm going to reward his great performances off the bench and put him into the starting lineup. Now, we have Branthwaite back. He's going to play as a left centre back. Patterson is here as well. He's going to play as the right back from now on. So now the right midfield and also the centre mid / CDM position is completely open. So those are the two positions where I'm definitely going to be spending money. But I feel amazing about the fact that we are able to give Dele Alli a chance. After hearing his story in the interview with Gary Neville, I just felt terribly bad for him, even though he says he doesn't want anyone to feel bad for him. But at the same time, you can't help but feel bad for him. But yeah, we're going to give him a chance and hopefully he's going to do well and survive in this team for a couple more years. Who knows? For me personally, it was clear from the beginning. This man has to return to a top league. It is Jota. I watched him play for Celtic. I was extremely impressed by the former Benfica winger who has done a great job at Celtic. Now moved over to Saudi, as you guys know, and has not necessarily been given a lot of faith in that side. And even though rumors came out of him actually potentially being moved out of the club already without the transfer window even being shut, Al Ittihad kept him. And for me, I want him. I think Jota belongs into a side like Everton where he can be the star man. He gives me the Alain Saint-Maximin vibes from Newcastle, back when he was the guy that everyone used to love watching. So for me, he comes in as the right midfielder into this team. 80 rated, great pace, 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, a bunch of play styles on him as well. He's now returning to the big stage. Jota, this is your second chance. Here comes a player I didn't know of previously. I have to admit, a player that plays in the Serie A who's doing a great job for Atalanta that multiple clubs are currently looking at as a potential replacement or addition into their midfield. I am talking about, of course, Ederson, not the goalkeeper of Manchester City, but the midfielder of Atalanta Bergamo, who is having a great season and is raising a lot of eyebrows and is probably going to be moving into a big side after this season if he keeps this up. He comes into the center midfield position for me. He's 79 rated. He's 24 years old at this stage. He has extremely well-rounded stats on him. A couple of play styles anticipate for a center midfielder actually is pretty impressive to me that he has that on him. He seems to be a quite good defensive player as well, who can definitely help out the likes of Onana here and possibly allow him to move even further up the pitch as well. So I really like this combination. It's a 6-foot tall Brazilian alongside a 6'4" tall Belgian, with Dele Alli just sat in front of them, which just blows my mind still. We don't necessarily have a lot of improvement, but it is enough to respect the progress of the squad. Considering that we had to change a lot of things, we've moved up to the 8th position with 60 points right now. And once again, just about 6 points away from a European spot, or let's say the top 5. And that's still very good. If Everton could compete for the top 8 in years to come, I think a lot of people would be very happy, because that is usually, from my experience watching the Premier League, where they used to be the top 10 competing for the top 8. Obviously, shouldn't be competing against relegation considering the history of this club. But looking at the side here, you'll realize that Beto is on fire. He's on an 86 rating, while Dele Alli has gone up to an 80. Changing him from a centre midfielder to a cam already gave him a +2, and he just kept going, which is great. Jota, 84, McNeil, 84 as well. Both of our midfielders have gotten to the same rating. In defense, Branthwaite is you know, catching up with the rest, but Patterson is doing the same. So I really like the fact that both of them are on the same rating, growing alongside each other, while Todibo is clearly the man leading that defense at the moment, with Mykolenko on an 82 already. Pickford, however, is now 31 years old. We might have to start thinking about the future of that goalkeeping position. Maybe in the next transfer window, we actually bring in someone that we can loan out for at least a year, and then when he comes back, he'll be possibly at least around the rating of a Pickford. That's something to consider, or at least whenever he starts going down, we can cancel his loan and then put him into the starting 11 straight away and give him that play time. Just a thought in my head. But the formation, everything seems to be working. The cam, we have Dele Alli on an 18-5. He has grown by +5. How does that even happen? Beto, 24-7. Incredible season for him. Dwight McNeil with 20 goal contributions. Jota with 15. Ederson coming in from centre midfield with 4-4. He could not look more different in real life as he does look above me, which is just hilarious. And then Onana with the 3-4, which I'm very pleased with as well. Still no face scan on him, which is a bit of a letdown, but it's all good. So the team has done well, Everton. I'm very happy about the progress, but to make that next step, we might have to make an upgrade in some of these positions. Spend big money. Let's see. In he walks, the main player that I wanted to sign up for this season. Now, don't get me wrong, Beto might have been a decent striker in the Serie A, but he hasn't performed for Everton. So I am bringing in a player named Openda. Openda has done an incredible job ever since joining Leipzig. He has been one of the main forces pushing them forward alongside Xavi Simons. And even though it's not necessarily an upgrade in terms of the rating, I feel like in terms of the actual player and his capabilities, this well and truly is an upgrade. He comes in at the 86 rating, 93 pace, 83 shooting, 85 dribbling. I feel so good about this transfer. Now, I could have gone ahead and taken Dele Alli out, which I might still do. Don't get me wrong, Dele, I appreciate you, but looking at the starting 11 right now, I am fully aware that Branthwaite and Patterson are going to keep on going up in their stats, which is going to leave you as the lowest rated player in the team. I love the fact that he has become a part of this side once again. But with all the money that this Everton team right now has in its budget, we could bring in a player instantly who is higher rated than him. 62 million in the budget, and at the end of the day, it's more about the club rather than a singular player having a great career here. So let's go and make a hard decision and drop him to the bench. And now to introduce a transfer that is amazing. A player that has just moved from Fener to Real Madrid is stepping in into the Everton side. Yes, of course, it is Arda Güler now joining this Everton side. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, goodbye. Chermiti is back, so he can be the backup striker for us. He comes in at a rating of 82, possibly 81, which just puts him slightly ahead of Dele Alli, which gives Dele Alli plenty of chance to come in as a substitute and do a good job, and he will be fighting for his position. So Arda, you have to perform or Dele can take over. I'm just glad that I was able to give him at least one season of being one of the main players in the team. But as I said before, Chermiti is back into the squad, and that is a big one for us. But Arda Güler is a world-class talent, a player that I've fallen in love with watching him play for Fener, a team that I used to support back as a kid, and he once again made me remember the days of Alex de Souza, the Brazilian left-footed centre-attacking midfielder who was doing incredible things on the pitch for Fener, and he was doing exactly the same. His idol is Alex de Souza, and I'm just so glad that I can make him a part of this team. And funnily enough, this is happening at the same time as he is now fit again. Yes, he was on the bench for Real Madrid finally in the last game. Didn't get playtime, but soon he should. Guess what, my friends? The team has finished in the top 5. Yes, finally we have European football to look forward to. 72 points on Everton, just 1 point off of Chelsea, which would have put us into the Champions League. But I'm still very pleased with the consistent progress that this team is making, because I am actually somewhat sure that we're going to be fighting for the title very soon, and that is combined with the fact that we are in the FA Cup final. It's the Merseyside derby. Liverpool coming in with Rodrigo and Kolo Muani, Danilo and Ginta and Calabria. Okay, I mean, we should beat that team. We definitely should. Come on now, lads. Please win it for me. And for the blue side... Oh, okay. Rodrigo, Luis Diaz, and Luis Diaz once again. By the way, I really hope that Luis Diaz is finally able to have his dad back. As you guys might know and have seen in the news, his dad got kidnapped alongside his mother. His mother was freed, but his dad is still caught up. And after he scored his goal on the weekend, coming on as a substitute, he pulled up his shirt and it did say, "Please free my father." So all those things, it's very hard to watch. It's extremely impressive that he's capable of still going onto the pitch and performing in situations like these. Much love to Luis Diaz. So hey, Liverpool winning right here with his performance being that good, that's fine. But yeah, that Merseyside derby was a failure, but definitely the growth of the team is not a failure at all. Openda, 89, a much more exciting player for sure. Güler, 85 as well. McNeil, 87. Jota, 87. Midfielders looking solid. Defensively, as much as I like Patterson as a great talent, I think I might have to turn him into a backup right back, guys, because he is the lowest rated player in the team. It's a big difference now between him and Branthwaite as well. At first they were growing alongside each other, but Branthwaite seems to keep going while Patterson has gotten kind of stuck. Pickford on 86. I wanted to bring in a backup goalkeeper. I haven't yet, but next season might be the perfect time. So a backup goalkeeper that can take over his position soon, and a possible starting right back with Patterson dropping to the bench and still remaining a part of this squad is the thing to do here. As we all know by now, Girona is an incredible team this season. In La Liga, looking extremely impressive, dominating games in which ways that you didn't expect in seasons before. Some top players in there, and this is definitely one of them. Arnau Martinez, one of the highest potential right backs in the game right now. He's joining us from Manchester United, so not that long of a travel up north in England. He's joining Everton, and he's coming in with a rating of 86, 85. Patterson, again, I really appreciate you, buddy. You're going to be dropping down to the bench and still remaining a big part of this club, but Arnau Martinez is the guy. The guy has pace, he has defending, he has physicality, and he has the capability of dribbling past players alongside the jockey play style on him. This is a big transfer for us. So now that that one is done, it's time to bring in a backup goalkeeper that ideally is around 83, 84 rated, to be sure that we have someone to come in if he starts dropping. Let us now check out what has happened this season. I don't know if you're ready for it. Guys, we have finished in a third position with Everton, 66 points. That mark was the one that we had to get to in order to play Champions League football in the past years as well. And now finally this happened with Manchester City 10 points ahead of us. But that is not all. There's more happening here. As we can take a quick look into the team, you can understand that Openda has gone up to a 92, McNeil 90, Jota 90, Todibo 90, and I still haven't brought in a backup goalkeeper because Pickford is just... he's insane. He's just keeping on going, which I didn't expect, but hey, good on him. Defensively, we are looking strong. Branthwaite on an 87. Arnau Martinez just one rating ahead of him. And just generally speaking, I feel like the balance of this squad is just incredible right now. And even on the bench, Chermiti 83, Dele Alli 83, Ghana 81, Patterson 82. Some top players for a great team. But take a look at this. In the Europa League, we have lifted the trophy. Yes, AC Milan was beaten in the final. Dortmund was beaten in the semis. In the quarters, it was Arsenal. In the round of 16, it was Spurs. Those are Champions League level clubs. So pulling that off feels amazing. This Everton side is getting closer and closer to winning the Premier League title, and if not that, the Champions League trophy, that is for sure. And I have a feeling this next season is going to be a huge one. I can show you the team strategy as well. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and upgrade one more spot here, which might be open, the attacking one. Give me a 5-star expert. Let's go ahead and jump into the new season, hoping for a madness. Things are looking up. We have beaten Bayer Leverkusen in the round of 16 to now beat PSG 6-2 on aggregate, which is just incredible to see. And now we're pushing forward. I believe we might be first in the Prem as well. A strugglesome match against Arsenal at first, and then 6-5 in the end. Everton is now part of the Champions League final. What a crazy semi-final that must have been. 4-3. Oh my god, dude, what a game. I wish there was a functionality on the calendar where I could just go back to that game, click on it, and actually see who scored, who did what. Why don't we have that, EA? Please put it into the game. That'd be very much appreciated. But let's go ahead and realize another trophy here. We have a matchup against Burnley. And after that, Atletico Madrid in the cup final, in the Champions League cup final. But let's go ahead and win this one, please, lads. Burnley technically should be an easy one. I mean, look at that squad. It's insane. It really is. How many players are below 90? It's Pickford, who's on an 89, and Branthwaite on an 89. Surely this is an easy win. Easy dub. Openda, McNeil, and Arnau Martinez. That is one trophy won this season. I need to check what we have done in the Premier League real quick, so maybe there's a double on the line. Is there a double that we could be winning here with the Prem? Yes, it is! 85 points. That is 2 trophies secured, and now on to the treble against Atletico. I need to see their team, and then we're going to check out who has done well this season. Atletico Madrid coming in with a mixed squad, I assume. It's going to be the likes of Enes Ünal, Velis from Tottenham, Miretti, Andre Santos, Kökçü, amazing midfield, Gusto, Thomas, and then you have Hermoso, Ramos, Molina, Oblak. That is for sure a very, very strong side, but it does seem to play a very narrow style. At the same time, Gusto and Molina are very attacking, so I still feel like they're going to occupy enough space on the wings here. But before we go into that, of course, it's now time to check the stats. I mean, we have some insane players. Surely they performed great. 33 and 6 on Lois Openda, who's now 94 rated. McNeil, 31 and 11. This guy, I kept him for a reason, and he shows it right there. 42 goal contributions. Jota with 41 goal contributions. Arda Güler coming in with 31. This is great. This Everton side is nuts, and I cannot wait to use it. Now the time has come in the Metropolitano. We're going to be playing against Atleti. Isn't that their own stadium? Am I wrong here in assuming that's their actual own stadium? This is unfair. It is. This is Atleti's stadium. 100% that's their stadium, bro. What the hell? Anyways, let's dive in. Here we go. You know what's really funny?
Your face.
This PC, or this setup that I'm playing on, it actually has the same freaking monitor that I have at home, which is like a gaming monitor. I already asked my stepdad, like, why do you have an insane gaming monitor for your freaking office? He doesn't game on this. This is like for one of his employees, and I'm like, why? Why do you have such an insane setup? But for me, hey, it's a good thing. I get to play the game on the exact same monitor I have at home, so there should be no disadvantage. Great defensive work by Arnau Martinez into Todibo now, into Jota. Jota always with the amazing dribbling capabilities into Onana. Down the right goes Ederson. Ederson, the Brazilian. He could score, and he will. It is 15 minutes into the Champions League final, and a beautiful counter-attack has broken down Atletico Madrid to pieces. 1-0. Yes! By the way, bro, I can't even tell you how long it's been since I've had a freaking headphone on that actually has a cable on it. What happened to wireless over here in Netherlands? Atleti. Great work. Todibo straight away again down that right-hand side. That has come across very dangerous. Openda. Lovely pass back into him. Openda. 2. Oh, no. You can't tell me that Ederson, the center midfielder, finishes better in the same spot than my 94 rated striker? Yes, Ederson. Yes, buddy. There he is again, Ederson. Into the run of Jota. Jota over to Openda. And this time, it's 2-0. Atletico, what's up? You cannot stop the Everton train. This team is going for the treble. Oh, whoa, whoa. Who are you and why are you so fast? 2-1. Veliz from Rosario Central, formerly, now Tottenham, and of course Atleti right here has scored. One back for Atleti. Insane amount of pace on that kid. Well done. In the center, Arda Güler dribbling onto his left foot. There we go. Lovely move. Openda, and again another save forced out of Oblak. Great. Move it. Yes. Lovely. Openda down the right. It's Jota. 1v1. Jota! Jota! Yes! Oh, what a goal! Honestly, incredible work. Everton is unstoppable today. I'm having so much fun in this final. I know. I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm celebrating Everton goals, but man, these are some great goals, that's for sure. Good ball to Molina. This could be something for Atleti here. As I said, Molina will occupy the wings, just like Gusto on the other side. And now they're cutting in a finesse. No, sorry, a Trivela. Nearly makes it 3-2. Trying to get the possession back under control. We're not able to do it. Down the right, there's now Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto, good pass inside. I'm putting tackles into thin air. And we are getting away with it. My God, that was terrible defending. Jota. Openda. Jota. Openda. Jota. Once more. Jota, far side. Go on. Dwight McNeil. A scorpion kick. Imagine the scenes. McNeil's cross into Onana. And Openda finally gets his piece. Yes. A more opportunistic goal for the striker from Belgium. He's doing a great job for Leipzig in real life, and now he had to step up for Everton to secure the Champions League trophy, which surely now belongs to us. Oh, mistakes were made. Come at me, Oblak. No, I wanted to shoot. Oh, own goal. Oh my God, what the hell is happening? Lads. Oh, incredible stuff is happening here in this Champions League final. As we get the trophy, in the end, it's secured 4-1 Everton. And it's Todibo lifting the trophy. He is an incredible centre-back that can lead a team like this for sure in the future. I'm excited to see what happens to a bunch of these players. I'm happy that we were able to put them together into one squad here at Everton. And with that, guys, my job here is done. I'm ready for the next adventure. Let me know which rebuild we should go after next. These headphones, oh, they're actually falling apart. Oh yeah, I actually broke this one. I'm very happy about how this one has gone. Hopefully this current setup doesn't bother you. I'm having a great time over here with the family. I'm going to be here for a couple more days. I'll catch you on the next one. Subscribe if you're new because we are getting closer to 500,000. Take care and peace.